Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I hope everyone have a good day today. My name is SYAHIDA binti FAUZI from IC 2204P1. Our group today want to present about halal global market. Halal food has been around more than 1,400 years, but it has grown in global halal market as the population Muslim grows. Can you imagine a world without halal? There are no halal necessities such as halal food or Islamic finance. It will be tough for Muslims to find a good food and know the difference whether it is permissible or not in Islam. Halal can become a global symbol for quality assurance and lifestyle choice. The popularity and demand for halal certificate product among non-Muslim consumers have been on the rise as more the consumers are looking for high quality, safe and ethical product. The emergence of a new market based on halal value and principle is in fact creating a new commercial paradigm strongly led by food and beverage sector. Nowadays, halal is not only the food and beverage sector but also include the pharmaceutical, cosmetic, finance and the tourism.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aisyah binti MOHD from the class IC 2204P2. I am the first presenter for the 6th group. I'm going to present on the first subtopic, which is history of the global halal market. I'm going to focus on only 4 countries today, which is China, France, New Zealand and also Australia. The first country that we are going to discuss is the People's Republic of China. Currently, China's contribution to global halal food export is very low if we are going to compare to other export trading like electronics, fashion, pharmaceutical and also cosmetics. And for that reason, China are aiming for the 1.6 trillion halal market, but so far they are unable to break in. But with the government push to re-establish the Silk Road trading routes, China could become a major player in the global halal food industry. As a consumer, seeing made in China goods in the market is a very common sight. However, one major international trading that remains untouched by the China's factory are the food aisle. China has its own internal system for halal cert, but that doesn't really help their company to go far beyond the China's border. That is because domestic halal food industry of China has been plagued by scandal before, and that is why they have to gain a concrete trust from other importing countries in order to break through the global halal market. The second country is France. France has the largest proportion of the Muslims among the European Union, and in 2014 alone, about 6 million Muslims in France spent around $6 billion on halal food and beverages. And these, as halal products are increasingly becoming more familiar and also available in the supermarket, more national halal brands are beginning to emerge. In their early days, the local neighborhood shop are the important distributors of halal products in France. In recent days, France's leading grocery retailer like Carrefour and also discount chain Casino have begun to carry their own halal product. That includes introducing halal brands, which means more competition between both traditional small retailer and also the halal food manufacturer. As France has a global reputation between both immigrant and also local for excellent food and population with highly refined sense and taste. So, anyone that wants to enter the halal food sector in France needs to get their formula for success right on the target.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ADRIANA binti AHMAD and I will continue with history of halal global market in Australia. Firstly, halal certification in Australia began in 1974. The Australian Federation of Islamic Council, AFIC, was initially recommended by a 1974 delegation from Saudi Arabia as the sole authority in Australia to certify that meat had been killed in accordance with Islamic rights for Muslims in Australia. In 1981, a meat substitution scandal where substitution of horse and kangaroo meat for beef in consignment for overseas export threatened the reputation of the Australian meat export industry. It is called as meat substitution scandal. It is recorded on 27 July 1891. The news report, Australian export to USA contained 3 frozen blocks of horse meat. In the next few days, more were found and kangaroo meat elsewhere. By August 1891, media reports it is as meat substitution scandal. By September 9, 1981, Australian Federal Police were called in, and their registration of suspect company. Several penalties were set up of up to 100,000 and or 5 to 10 years imprisonment. By the end of 1981, there are 47 Australian export abattoirs and 3 boning room halal certified to process meat for Islamic countries, but in particular Iran. As for now, there are around 123 halal certified abattoirs around the country of Australia. By March 2017, there were 22 Islamic groups approved by the federal government to issue halal certificate for export. Next, I will continue with the history of halal global market in New Zealand. It began in the 1970s when the industry developed halal system to enable export to Middle East halal market. Halal meat processing has evolved to become a cornerstone of the industry business model of finding the best market for each type of meat, as it enabled the industry to access Muslim countries and Muslim consumers in other markets, such as Europe, North America, and China. New Zealand is the world's largest exporter of sheep meat and ranks 6 or 7 globally as a beef exporter. It exports meat to 77 countries. In 2010, Malaysia signed an agreement with New Zealand reconciling Malaysia halal new with New Zealand animal welfare requirement. This includes Malaysia's recognition and acceptance that New Zealand animals are stunned prior to slaughter. New Zealand's compliance to halal slaughter requirement and New Zealand halal meat is widely accepted in other Islamic countries such as the Gulf Cooperation Council country, Egypt and Indonesia, Federation of Islamic Association of New Zealand and New Zealand Islamic Development Trust are some of the halal certification body in New Zealand.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SYAHIDA binti AZMI. So today I will talk about the development of halal industry. Okay, so the first slide is talk about the growth of halal industry in global market. The halal industry is increasingly becoming an important economic driver in contributing to the nation's gross domestic product. Across the globe, halal industry is worth more than $2 trillion, with the global Muslim population of around 1.6 billion, growing at an estimated annual rate of 20%. In the industry is valued at about $560 billion a year, thus making it one of the fastest growing consumer segments in the world. The halal industry is expected to grow in parallel to the growth of the Muslim population. According to a report by Halal Industry Development Corporation, in year 2030, the global Muslim population will increase to about 27% of the world's total population, which accounts for up to 2 billion Muslims. 4 of the 10 countries in the world boasting the largest Muslim population in the world are located in the South Asia and Pacific region, which are Indonesia, Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh. Although Islam is often associated with the Arab world and the Middle East, this region is home to only 20% of the world's Muslim population. This number is expected to grow by more than a third in the next 2 decades. Sub-Saharan Africa makes up 15% of Muslim Muslims worldwide and is projected to grow by nearly 60% in the next 2 decades. We go to the future of the global Muslim population. As you can see, this is the table about the future of the global Muslim population. Based on this, the slowdown in Muslim population growth is most pronounced in the Asia-Pacific region, the Middle East, North Africa and Europe, and less sharp in Sub-Saharan Africa. The only region where Muslim population growth is accelerating through 2020 is the Americas, largely because of immigration. In 1990, more than 2/3 of the total population of Muslim majority countries was under age 30. Today, people under 30 make up about 60% of the population of these countries, and by 2030, they are projected to fall to about 50%. At the same time, many Muslim majority countries will have aging populations between 2010 and 2030. The share of people aged 30 and older in these countries is expected to rise from 40% to 50%. And the share of people aged 60 and older is expected nearly to double from 7% to 12%. Next slide is talk about the 10 countries with the largest Muslim populations at 2015 and 2060. Okay, as you can see from the table, we can see that this table shows that the global Muslim population is more heavily concentrated in Islam's main population centers. Next slide is Southeast Asia driving the halal market forward. Okay, as you can see, there are 6 countries. So for the first one is Malaysia. Malaysia has been aggressively promoting itself as a leader in the global halal industry. Okay, so there are many factors. Among them are standards and certifications, MIHAS Expo, World Halal Forum, HDC program. Okay, MIHAS, the Malaysia International Halal Showcase, or MIHAS, is an annual trade fair organized by the Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation. It aims to facilitate the sourcing and selling of quality halal products and services globally. And then Halal Development Corporations. Halal Development Corporation Berhad, or HDC, formerly known as Halal Industry Development Corporation Sendirian Berhad, is a Malaysian federal government agency mandated as the custodian of Malaysia's halal economy and feature as a trusted partner in the halal business. Its mission is to generate opportunities for the community of stakeholders within Malaysia's halal ecosystem. The HDC was set up to position Malaysia as a global halal hub and to accelerate the development of the halal industry worldwide with a focus on the development of halal standards and capacity building for halal products and services. Okay, next we go to Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia, among them are MUI Halal Authority, largest Muslim population, raw material source, huge consumer market. Indonesia has the largest Muslim population in the world with 88% of its 235 million inhabitants following Islam. As the world's most populous Muslim country, Indonesia is a halal market goldmine with the potential to become not only a major market but also a major producer of halal products. The halal food market is estimated at around $10 billion annually, with an annual growth of 7 until 10%, whilst its annual halal food expenditure is over $70 billion. And then the authority responsible for the issuance of halal certificates is the Indonesian Ulama Council, MUI, which is the country's highest authority on Islamic affairs. The Food, Drug and Cosmetics Assessment Agency was set up by MOHD to conduct the audit, inspection and assessment of all applications for halal certification. And then we go to Thailand. Okay, Thailand, there are many factors that make a halal market growth. Among them are Halal Science Center, Halal Science Symposium, government initiatives, Southern Thailand. Next is Philippines. Philippines, among them are BIMP initiative, New Certification Authority, Mindanao Development. And then Singapore. Singapore, among them are Certification Expertise, MUIS Authority, Value Add. For the information, MUIS, Majlis Ugama Islam Singapura, also known as the Islamic Religious Council of Singapore, is the Islamic authority in charge of Muslim affairs in Singapore. MUIS advises the President of Singapore on all matters relating to Islam in Singapore. Among other things, MUIS provides halal certification service and regulates Singapore halal industry. And lastly is China. China, there are many factors. Among them, the factors that make halal market growth are emerging markets, huge Muslim populations at there, and then raw material supplier. For the next slide, I will talk about the development of halal industry at a few countries. Okay, so for the first one is Malaysia. Malaysia is set to announce its halal industry master plan 2.0 towards a more visible, prominent, and globalized halal Malaysia. The halal industry master plan 2.0, which is currently being drafted by the government, aims to make Malaysia the most competitive country in the global halal industry by 2030. Detailed targets are yet to be provided, but the key to growth is internationalization of mutually beneficial relationships with Muslim as well as non-Muslim majority countries. And then Brazil is the largest supplier of halal poultry to the Middle Eastern countries. For the information, Brazil is the world's top exporter of meat, including the halal or permissible meat deemed suitable for consumption by nearly 2 billion Muslims across the globe. Next is Thailand. Thailand is one of the world's largest producers of halal processed food and branding itself the kitchen of the world. Thailand has long been called the kitchen of the world due to the combination of having abundant natural resources, a year-round growing season, and a relatively low-cost but highly skilled labor force. And then Japan announced that halal has been identified as key source of contributor to Japan's economy with the 2020 Summer Olympic Games as a catalyst. The fifth country is Australia. Australia is the largest supplier of halal beef to the Middle Eastern countries. Australia, with a local Muslim population of about 500,000, has become a world leader in the processing and production of halal meat and meat products. The continent is a long-trusted supplier of halal beef and lamb to over 100 countries in the world, including the Middle East. And lastly, South Korea is visioning to become one of the main tourism destinations for Muslim tourists. Muslim tourists have emerged as one of the fastest growing travel segments in recent years. According to data from the government-run Korea Tourism Organization (KTO), the number of Muslims visiting South Korea has steadily increased over the years, from 870,000 in 2017 and 970,000 in 2018.
Mapping and size of the halal industry market. The Islamic economy is one of the fastest growing segments of the worldwide, projected to be worth US 3 trillion in 2021 with an average CAGR growth of 8%. You know what is CAGR? CAGR is the compound annual growth rate that involves the beginning and the final valve and the time of the years. Halal food is the largest cornerstone of Muslim spending in 2005, which is 1.17 trillion. There are claims from scholars that Islamic marketing should be included in the concept of marketing mix, which is 4P. What is 4P? Product, pricing strategy, promotion, and place. It is an important perspective to the market of the global. It is important to customize the product according to the market preference to have better chance to sustainably grow in the halal market based on the Journal of Marketing Management and Consumer Behavior. According to Thomson and Reuters, based on Global Islamic Economic Report, Malaysia is still the leader, which export in 2014 more than USD 11 billion. The export destinations such as China, United States, Indonesia, and Japan. China become the net importer of food products, including halal food and beverage, by the next decade. Japan, highlighted as one of the key sources of contributors to Japan's economy by 2020. Meanwhile, Thailand, the domestic halal food market grows around 20% per year, 8,000 companies involved in halal food production. UAE, United Arab Emirates, aim to be the Sharia compliant center of the world, focused Islamic banking and halal business. Then we have UK. Halal food imports are valued about GBP 18 billion per annum, which is per year. What is GBP? GBP is abbreviation for British Pound Sterling, which is the official currency of the UK, United Kingdom. Then we have USA. Halal market is estimated at USD 18 billion also. Lastly, Brazil, the world's second top exporter of meat and poultry to Muslim majority countries after Australia. Key players in the halal industry. First and foremost, Nestle. Nestle is the world's largest food manufacturing corporation. Nestle is from Switzerland, which is the largest food company in the world since 2014. Since 2014, Nestle National Distribution Center was among the first to receive the halal certification in physical logistics from JAKIM. Then we have McDonald's, the world's largest leading restaurant chain. Then we have KFC, the fully integrated poultry chain, which is served the chicken and other food items such as French fries and mashed potato. Then we have Tesco and Carrefour, the world's number 1 and 2 retail chain in the world. Port Rotterdam, the Europe's largest and the world's third largest port of halal industry. The Westport, one of the SEA top 10 ports. MISC, the world's second biggest shipping company. The CIMB, which is the biggest investment bank, that also nowadays have the CIMB Islamic Bank, that have financial Islamic. And then we have Alana Sons, the India's biggest meat exporter in the global halal industry market. Lastly, we have Islamic, the UAE, United Arab Emirates halal food producers. Global halal industry. According to Euromonitor reports, failed state, the global halal market is currently estimated at US 2.3 trillion, covering both food and non-food sector. At approximately 67% of potential halal products are categorized as FMCG. FMCG stands for fast-moving consumer goods that include food and dairy, consumers and electronic, household products and garment manufacturing. Food FMCG and primary meat together account for 62% of the market based on the infographic. According to the estimate put forward by Inward Research, the global halal food and beverage market is expected to record a CAGR of 6.05% in terms of value during the projected time frame. The global halal food and beverage revenue estimate will hit $875.99 billion by 2028. In the market report, 2009 is considered to be the best year and the projection duration is between the 2020, which is now, and 2028, which is the upcoming year. Geographically, the global halal food and beverage industry has been segmented into 4 major regions, which are North America, Europe, Asia-Pacific, and other countries. Which is the most high market geographically among these are Asia-Pacific. It is because most of the population is Muslim. As for 2019, the Asia-Pacific market area has the largest share, about 48.16% in the halal food and beverage consumer, such as the major market players are Nestle, Kanggis, and others. This is the graphic based on what I explained earlier. There is market by region, which is North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Major market players such as Nestle, Islamic Foods, and Cargill. Market by distribution channels such as traditional retails, supermarkets and hypermarkets, online, and others. And market by products such as halal meat, halal milk, halal fruit, and halal grain. Yes, you hear me right. Fruit and vegetables also need the halal certification based on their process, which is from the farm. Whether to produce the fruit or vegetable using white fertilizer, it is good or not, safe or not to consume, and to avoid hazard during the HACCP process. We already learned about HACCP process, right? This is the list of countries that have potential in the global halal market, such as Egypt, Lebanon, Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Brunei, and others. Malaysia is the majority Muslim population and become the international halal hub. Meanwhile, Thailand is the world halal kitchen, the 5th largest halal food exporter. Singapore is the halal food business such as 100% halal in the McDonald's, A&W, KFC, and Taco Bell. Combined population of the key halal market is 652 million. There is the key halal market in non-Muslim countries as well, such as India, the most profitable, which carry on 140 million, China, USA, Philippines, France, Germany, UK, and followed by the Canada. According to Global Islamic Economy Summit November 2013, Dubai is the capital for Islamic economy, which include OIC intra-trade, especially in halal-related sector, that will be increased via Dubai competitiveness among the global halal market. Then we have Brazil, the largest supplier of halal poultry to Middle East countries such as beef, meat, and other meat poultry. Third, Thailand is the largest producer of halal processed food and visioning to become the kitchen of the world. Fourth, Australia is the largest supplier of halal beef to Middle East countries. Then we have South Korea, the main destination of halal tourism in the world. Meanwhile, China domestic halal market is increasing by 10% per annum based on the statistic given. Then nowadays we have Japan halal, the contributor to Japan economy by 2020.
Okay, the halal market in Islamic country, which is Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia is the largest Muslim population. It has population of 273,523,615 million people, which is consists of 87.2% is Muslim. Okay, Indonesia is currently building 3 halal-focused industrial cluster to attract manufacturer of halal product, which is Islamic banking, financing institution, as well as halal restaurant, hotel, mall, fashion, boutique, and entertainment center. Okay, one such cluster will be established at Batamindo Industrial Park on Batam Island, Riau Island Province, and the other 2 clusters will be built on Indonesia's most populous island of Java. Okay, the 3 industrial clusters are aimed at international Islamic investors wanting to tap into the hard market potential of halal finance, product and service in Indonesia. Okay, this sources is from Muslim majority countries to 2020 and also the ASEAN briefing by Design Shira and Associate. Okay, next is Iran. Okay, it has a population of 82 million people, which is 90% of it is Muslim. Okay, being ranked fourth in the list of Islamic country with high purchasing power, which is 1.6 billion. Okay, Iran, they are already have 250 halal brand in the world, and Muslim countries like Malaysia and UAE, United Arab Emirates, hold some big share of the market, while Iran that all of it is produced foodstuff are halal. Okay, Iran exported 4.2 billion worth of halal product to the global market in the past year, and given the country high potential in this field, it's obvious that there are promising outlook for Iran present in the lucrative market. Okay, to facilitate the condition for those active in this sector inside the country, Iran has recently launched an integrated halal system. Okay, this is sources from Tehran Time, Iran Leading International Daily by Mahnas Abdi on February 17, 2020. Okay, now about the UAE, United Arab Emirates. Okay, it has population of 9.89 million people, which is consists of 80% is Muslim. Okay, a country that has a large halal market that being ranked 7th in the list of Islamic countries with high purchasing power. Okay, the International Halal Accreditation Forum, IHAF, will be participating with Emirate Authority for Standardization and Methodology AZMI to showcase the opportunity in the global halal food industry and economy and highlight the importance of harmonious standard in the halal trade alongside 5000 exhibitors from across the world.
Okay, IHAF was able to attract the interest from the international community, which end up to 37 members bodies in 34 countries join IHAF in a very short period of time. Okay, the current IHAF member country include UAE. Okay, the scope of halal industry market, which is food and beverage. Okay, halal food market is one of the largest consumer market in the world as reported by the State of the Global Islamic Economy Report in Thomson Reuters. Okay, genetically modified organism, GMO, also become famous day by day in any production of food. Okay, genetically modified organism, GMO, are living organism whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in a laboratory through genetic engineering. Okay, this create combine of plant, animal, bacteria and virus gene that do not occur in nature or through traditional crossbreeding method. Okay, GMO, there are many reasons and positive impacts stemming from the creation of GMO. Okay, one being have also been developed to improve nutritional content. Okay, for example, the fruit from A and the fruit from B, when they make some GMO, the new fruits is a more nutritional content because they combine of two fruits. Okay, other GMO have been developed to extend the shelf life of fruit and vegetable and to reduce food waste. Okay, additionally, future GMO could reduce drought susceptibility and improve nutrient uptake by the crops. Okay, this is show about the genetically modified organism among the country. Okay, the first that lead about the GMO is a USA, and the second is Brazil, and the third is Argentina. Okay. According to the Islamic Jurisprudence Council, IJC, food derived from biotechnological improved GMO crop are halal. Okay, this is fit for consumption by Muslim. Okay, some scholars have suggested that food derived from biotechnological improved crops could possibly become haram or non-halal if they contain DNA from forbidden food. Okay, for example, swine DNA in soy could make the soy product haram. Okay, this issue is still the subject of some debate among scholars and certifying organisation. Okay, however, all biotechnological derived food on the market today are from approved sources. Okay, this is sources from the AG BioWorld Foundation by Professor C.S. Prakash of Tuskegee University that established in January 2000.
From this slide, we can see that the demand of the halal products is very important nowadays as the Muslim population is increasing. This include the pharmaceutical and cosmetics and increase in the demand for the halal medicines. More importantly, most medicines market in the country are patent imports. Around 95% of pharmaceutical ingredients are from different doubtful halal sources. The halal pharmaceutical exist to aware about the ingredients, prices, fostering new product development, such as nail polish, halal vaccines, and others. Now we can see in the slide that there are the indicator equally weights for matrix categories like supply drivers relative to countryside, governance, awareness, and social. Now, look at this slide. There are top 10 halal pharmaceutical and cosmetics. There are UAE, Singapore, Malaysia, Egypt, Pakistan, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, France, and Oman. The country at the first rank are United Arab Emirates, which 74. The UAE occupies first place. That means this country driven by high level of pharmaceutical produce to OIC countries. Secondly, it was followed by Singapore, which 63. We can see in the table that Singapore at second ranking after UAE. So it mainly driven by high volume exports to OIC countries. We can conclude that the UAE and the Singapore are more concerned about the halal, pharmaceutical and cosmetics products. As we know, our world include Malaysia hit by COVID-19, but we are still trying to find a cure like a vaccine. The Halal Development Corp HDC almost ready introduced a halal certification standard for biological products, include a vaccine, maybe next year. So, after this, all the biological products must have the halal certificate. This is for the Muslim communities concerned over the possibility of making the COVID-19 vaccine halal certified. This is also to avoid the doubtful among the Muslim and to ensure that a vaccine are safety to use because the people in Malaysia more believe to the halal logo. This is about the issue halal cosmetics 2020. There are more traction in Asia led by demand from Malaysia, Indonesia and exports from South Korea. Muslim spending on beauty care products is developing of a reasonable clubs. Assets at 64 billion of every 2018 and estimate to reach 95 billion by 2024. Korea has a significant function in the excellent business in Asia and all around the world. South Korea has become the sixth biggest exporter worldwide of fundamental oil sands, beautifying agent and arrangement latrine. After that, the next sector is halal travel sector. We can see nowadays people like explore around the world. From this, we can see the success of platforms such as Airbnb and with that momentum Muslim-friendly. Example of Muslim-friendly vacation platform Book Halal Homes and Trip First. The statistics show that Muslim-friendly beach resorts are emerging as a high growth segment in 2014. Turkey is the most established market for such beach resorts. But the non-Muslim countries like Thailand are also in the process seeking the cater towards Muslim travel because they're concerned about Muslim people. The UAE, Malaysia and Turkey are focused the halal travel indicator on the health of the halal travel ecosystem a country has relative to its size. In this table, there are 15 Muslim outbound tourism markets which are Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE, Indonesia, Kuwait, Turkey, Nigeria, Malaysia, Germany, Qatar, Russia, Egypt, Lebanon, France and UK. There are top 10 halal travel in this case. The Malaysia take first place mainly to their extraordinary improvements awareness score depend the increased media discourse on halal travel. Other than that, they also improve their ecosystem score, which are reflecting the breadth of activity the country is taking to develop its tourism industry to cater to Muslim travels. The UAE at second place. In this table, they continues have the highest inbound travel score and awareness score. Turkey has a good improve its halal-friendly ecosystem scores. They also improve the awareness score and capitalize on its reputation as a halal-friendly destination between East and West. Basically, these customers are searching for administrations as per their strict standards. For example, cafes serving halal meat and hotels with dedicated prayer areas. This issue about Malaysia's first country in the world to recognize Muslim-friendly hotels, Malaysia has dispatched the Muslim-friendly accommodation recognition, which is upheld by the legislature. The joint activity between the Tourism, Arts and Culture Ministry and Islamic Tourism Centre. This idea centers around the significance of satisfied the requirement for Muslim explores by hoteliers. This is incorporate cleanliness, neatness, utilization of toiletries, halal food, well-being, and profound contributions. In the halal, there are Islamic finance sector. According to the world that concerned about halal haram, the finance industry need big role in the worldwide economy. The Islamic finance market exists based on the Islamic finance institutions along with sukuk and Islamic funds. There are 4 criteria to decide the ranking of the Islamic finance sector. Firstly, about the financial. They look at the size of Islamic finance assets and number of Islamic finance assets. Second, governance, like the regulation for Islamic finance and disclosure index score. Third, the awareness such as a number of related news article, Islamic finance education institution, and lastly about the social, like the value of zakat, charity, CSR disclosure index score in that country. After look at the 4 criteria, the results show the top 10 Islamic finance. The first rank is Malaysia. After the travel sector, Malaysia again lead the indicator ranking. This country having a large Islamic finance asset base, as large a number Islamic finance institution and funds. So it become the first country that have a Islamic finance background. The second rank is Bahrain. The relative Islamic finance asset base its country is low. After that, the third place is United Arab Emirates, which nevertheless still managed to maintain that whole the Islamic sector. The United Arab Emirates have a strong performance in its Islamic finance, governance, and awareness score.
And with the last presenter, we will end this presentation from the 6th group, topic number 3, which is Global Halal Market. Thank you so much for your attention and have a nice day.